Hi Flosstube, my name is Nancy Quilting Stitcher, and I am also known as Quilting Stitcher on Instagram. This video is not going to be a regular video. That will come later on, maybe next week in January, or next week. By the way, today is January 1st, 2020. I was hoping to get this video up before now, but this past week from Christmas till now has been the week from hell. And I'm not going to get into it right now. It's still really raw, and I don't want to get emotional, but because this is just going to be about, I just want this to be all about my WIPs. I hope the lighting is okay. We got snow like 3 days ago. I think we got like almost 4 inches of snow. We didn't have a white Christmas, but we've had a white week after Christmas. But today it is windy and it's raining and cloudy, so all of our snow is melting. Anyway, so I hope the lighting is okay. Okay, so I've been trying to think, what do I want to do for 2020? I am not making solid plans. I've watched some their WIP videos and their plans and all that, and it's like, I can't do that, because if I do that, then I feel like I'm obligated, and then it takes the fun out of it, and then I don't do it, and I end up doing something else, and then I regret because I didn't get what I wanted done, and anyway, it's just an endless cycle with me. So today I'm going to go through all my WIPs with you. I have quite a few that I am carrying over into 2020. 2020 is going to be the year I don't buy a whole lot. I have a 3-tiered cart right here that's full of stuff. This basket is full of kitted things that I want to stitch. A lot of them are samplers. So it's things that probably there's a lot in here I won't get to this year, but they're kitted up and ready for me to go. I do plan on this year to always have a shepherd's bush stocking going until those are completely finished. And then I plan on always having a prairie schooler monthly done or going until those are done. And then what else? And then the hometown holidays until those are done. And then, but those are what I plan on having continuously going on this year until they're finished. I'm hoping the stockings will be completely done this year. Everything that I have started and I have kitted up, I am keeping. I'm not going to ditch anything. I'm not going to ditch any stitches, with the exception of one, and I will get to that in a little bit. And I have project bags, some that I've bought, some that I've made. I have several of them, and I have things, my WIPs are in them, plus things that I want to start sooner rather than later. When a project bag empties up, then I'm going to pull something from here and put in that project bag, because then I know it's something I want to stitch sooner rather than later. I hope that makes sense. So let's get started. Give me just a minute. I've got things everywhere. So I've got things on the floor, so I'm going to have to do some reaching and bending. So give me a moment. Okay, so I went through last night and kind of organized everything, took everything off of hoops and Q-snaps so that I could just show them to you. I am going to be putting everything back into their bags, so hopefully this video is not hugely long. These are not all my kitted projects. I have another basket that is they're partially kitted. Either some of them don't have fabric, they don't have all the threads in them, whatever, and I'm not showing those. These are only things that are fully kitted that I could actually, if I wanted to start them today, I could pull them out and get them started without having to buy anything for them. I have gone through my file cabinet. My file cabinet is right there. And I have gone through all my cross stitch charts because right now I am in 2 drawers of this file cabinet. It's a 4-drawer file cabinet. The top drawer is quilting books. Second and third drawer is cross stitch, and the bottom drawer is wool applique. I have been going through my cross stitch drawers, and I've been going through all my charts. I have sold a lot in the past couple of weeks. I have let my daughter go through, pick out which one she wants, and the rest I am sending to my sister-in-law. It's my husband's brother's wife. I did not even know she cross-stitched until like 6 months ago. So I'm going to send whatever I have left over to her, let her go through, do whatever she wants with them. I'm not going to do a lot of purchasing. And that's in 2020, I'm not doing a lot of purchasing, and that is clear across the board. Wool applique, I have a ton of kits. I'm going to do the kits that I have. Quilting, I have a ton, and when I say a ton, I mean I have more quilting kits than I probably will ever quilt in my lifetime. So I'm not going to purchase a lot of those. I do have a couple that are on pre-order that will come out. I think 2 will start shipping this month. One of them is a block of the month, so I'll get it every month for 6 months. The other one, I just ordered the whole kit. It's from Fat Quarter. They do Make-A-Wish every year, and they think their goal this year is to raise $50,000. If you're interested in that, if you're a quilter, it's their Bloomtopia kit. The pattern is actually free on their website. They just ask that you make a donation every time that you download the pattern for it. And I think they're doing that as a block of the month, but I opted to just buy the whole kit. They also have a cross stitch that's Bloomtopia, and if you watch Priscilla and Chelsea, or if you watch Fat Quarter Shop, you have their cross stitch channel, you have seen them talk about, and that is also going to be a free chart. They just ask for a donation. I'm not doing that, but I am doing the quilt one. All of the proceeds goes to Make-A-Wish. So they're not making any money off of the Bloomtopia kit that I bought, other than their cost. So everything above and beyond their cost is going to Make-A-Wish. So I have those 2, and then I think in June, Lori Holt will have a new book released, and I bought the kit for that quilt, and I think I bought the kit for her new sew along that will start in August. So I do know I have 4 quilt kits coming, but they're going to be spread out throughout the year, and so they're all on pre-order. And then as far as cross stitch, from the money that I've made from selling the things that I have sold, I am keeping that money aside, and because I know when Nashville comes out, there's going to be some things that I'll want to buy. And I'm not saying that I'm not going to buy anything. I'm just not buying anything just because someone shows it and I like it. I'm not doing that anymore. Because right now, as it stands, if I never bought another thing for quilting and cross stitch and wool applique, I probably would have enough to pass on to my kids when I die, and they can make them. So yeah, so this is going to be a year of no spending, not a lot of spending. I know when I go to my quilt retreat, there's going to be probably a couple of kits that I'll buy from there and stuff. But okay, so let's get started. I'm going to start with WIPs. Some of these are active that I have been stitching on a regular basis. Other ones are ones that I started in 2019 and then put aside, not necessarily to start something else, but to concentrate on a WIP that I had already had. I can't remember everything I've talked about because this is not the first time I've tried making this video. So let's get started. I have no notes, so everything is just kind of willy-nilly. Yeah. Okay, so my first WIP I'm going to show you is my shepherd's stocking. The one I am on right now is Lois's stocking, which is that one. When these I don't have them all kitted up, but when I finish one, I pull out a chart, kit it up, and get started for the next one. This is going to be a continuous WIP again through 2019. I think I started these in December of 2017. And so I think I have 8 more to finish or to stitch. So hopefully I'm hoping that I have the rest of the 8 stitched by the end of the year. I'm hoping I have them stitched by about October, so then I could start finishing some of them, fully finishing some of them. So these are all being stitched on 14 count vintage country mocha. I am making modifications to make them so the stockings are bigger than they would be, because actual shepherd's bush stockings are actually quite big when they are finished. I don't know what they are when they're finished, but they're quite big. They're the size of a small child. And to make mine just a little bit bigger than what they normally would be, I am having to do a little bit of modification. But this is where I'm at on this one. So just a little start, but not much. A little snowman here, and this is the start of her dress. And once this one is done, like I said, I'll pull out another one and get it started. So this is one of my continuous WIPs for, that will be continuous until I have them all done. And so far I've not gotten bored with them, which is kind of surprising because sometimes when I have a hard time with series because I'll stitch so many and then it's like, oh, I'm done. I'm tired of stitching this series and I just want to move on. So, but I've enjoyed every one of these that I've stitched and have not gotten bored with them in, what, almost 2 years? A year, and it's been probably about 2 years now. Okay, the next one I started this past week between Christmas and New Year's. I might have started this on Christmas evening. I can't remember though. I'm not 100% sure. This was a gift from my friend Diane, and it's called Little Redwork Pin Keep. So that's the front of it, and this is the back of it. So the instructions say to stitch the front and the back all on one continuous piece, and the pattern is one continuous, it's all on one page for both charts. And then you fold it in half and then stitch around the 2 sides in the top, stuff it, and then this is the back of the pin keep, and this is the front, and this is the back. I don't think I'm going to do that way. I think I'm going to make 2 different pin keeps. My fabric is big enough if I decide to do it like the instructions say I can. But I'm thinking of just doing two different ones. And this is being stitched on a piece of 14 count tea and coffee dyed fabric. I don't know what fabric it is. It's just tea and coffee dyed. And that's where I'm at. It's going pretty quickly. It is, I think this is probably 3 evenings of stitching, and not even stitching like a full evening because I've stitched some on this and then I've set it down and stitched on something else. So that's where I'm at. My next WIP, is a sal that I am doing with Lost and Flossed, Barb and Leanne. It's called Baby It's Cold Out by Heartstrings Samplery. Another one I started right when they did this starting of the sale. I think it was maybe November. I don't know. It was either the first part of December or November. I'm not in any hurry to finish this. So I've just been plugging along on it just every once in a while. I've kind of been pulling this out just kind of randomly, and I'll put in some stitches and then quit. It's not one that I pull out and stitch on all evening or whatever. And that's where I'm at. I am stitching this on a piece of 14 count L by Picture This Plus. I'm using a combination of the called for colors. I've done a DMC conversion from the called for colors, and I have used some of my own colors. For instance, like this, all the words, I wanted it to be darker than what it was on the chart. So I pulled out a different color. So I've got quite a bit done. I have the words here and the border going down this side. There's a tree by the house on this side, and then there's words in the border on the bottom. That's not too bad for just the little bit that I have been stitching on it here and there. Oh, sorry, my needle is getting all caught. If I don't fold this right, my needle's going to poke out. All right, next. This project is what I call my car project. It's one that I take in the car if I'm going on a, like the other day my husband and I went on a road trip and I took it and stitched on it. If I have to take my car and get serviced or whatever, I take it with me. And this is called The Rooster and the Hens by Little House Needleworks. I have changed all the colors. All the colors. This is where I'm at. I really like it. And I am close enough to being finished. I may just pull this out and get it finished up. And I'm going to make it into a pillow. And I really like that finish. I do have the little pins from Just Another Button Company to go in it. So might finish up like that. I don't know. May just make it into a square pillow. We'll see what I feel like when I have it done. All right. Next. This was my birthday start. It is called In All Things Be Exceedingly Diligent. I'm not going to open up the whole chart. It's by Needlework Press. Let's see if I can do this without showing a pattern, because I have my working copy here. Now, if you'll notice the colors in there, this calls for all DMC. So I thought mine's going to look like this. It's not. The pictures, I just don't think they do them justice, because the colors that it looks like from the picture is not the colors that you would expect. This is where I'm at. Sorry, there's a thread hanging there. So in the chart, this looks like it's black. It's not. It's a navy blue. This looks like it's a light gray on the picture. It's not. It's a green. I'm not sure the number. Let's see if I can figure out the number on it. 3022, DMC 3022. And on the chart, on the picture, this looks like a shade darker gray than this one, and this is 840, I believe. Yes, 840. So it's actually kind of a surprise in the colors. It looks good. I love it. It looks really good in person. And I'm glad that I chose this for my birthday start. Last year I started a sampler on my birthday, and this year I started a sampler on my birthday. And I think I'm going to keep doing that. I am also, but that being said, if I finish this before my birthday next year or this year in December, I am actually going to start another sampler. So that is one thing I want to do, if I want to have a sampler going at all times. I have a sampler wall. I have 3 samplers on there now, and I just want to keep adding to it. All right, next thing I have been working on. This was my New Year's start, but I started it yesterday. So I started it a day early, but I will be working on this today. And it is Farms of Hawkran Hollow. And they have a couple of different layouts you can use. I am going to use this layout. And I started right here with this block. The words Hawkran Farm, I have not quite decided, and so I may get the whole block stitched and just leave this blank until I decide, but I may use a family name there. Either my great grandma's married name, or my grandma's maiden name. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but I think I'm going to change the name on there and kind of personalize this a little bit more. This is being stitched on 14 count Vintage Country Mocha, and this is where I'm at. So I started this yesterday. This is actually got strings everywhere, but this is where I'm at. Those little funny looking creatures are cows. And they do look like cows on the picture. It's just, I think once you have to get them more filled in than that. So there we are on that. I am, like I said, I'm going to be working on this today. This is not something I'm going to, if I get it done this year, I get it done this year. If I don't, I don't. I'll carry it into next year. But really, there's not, it's big. It is a big, it's going to be big when it's done, but there's really not full coverage. I mean, like right here, there's a little bit of full, it's all full coverage right here, but all this is just people, nothing stitched around them, and there's full coverage around down here, but this is just the tree and then just some words and motifs. Same with here. This is full coverage down in here, but like most of it is just, it's not. So I think it's possible to get this done this year, but if I don't, I'm not stressing over it. All right, this back into my bags. All right, another WIP that I have going. I started this hoping to get it finished before winter hit. Did not get it finished. Kind of got tired of it, I guess, working on it. So I will have it done for next winter, and that is Winter Wonderland Farms by Hands On Designs. And I'm stitching both the little one, or the big one, and the little one. And I am super, super close to really having the big one done. I'm stitching this on, oh shoot. My magnets keep sticking to my cart. This is being stitched on 14 count Ada, called for DMC colors that I dyed gray. So really, like I said, I'm just about done with this because I just have whatever. I think it's the barn up here in this corner and a few little fiddly things. And then this one will be done. So, yeah, I just got tired of it and wanted to do something else. But I'll definitely have it pulled out and it will be finished so I can display it next year for winter. Who knows, maybe I'll get the urge to finish it and get it done before this winter's over. We'll see. There's something down in there. It's not letting my pattern go back in. Get caught in something. That one. Okay, so that's a WIP, and then I am going to pull out of this one. This is also a WIP that I started. Was hoping to get it done for the fall. Realistically, I knew I wasn't going to get it done for fall, so I stopped doing this one and started the winter one. See how that goes, huh? So this is where I'm at on this one. So this one will also, excuse me, dropped my threads. This one will also be done for fall. I figured it's not another one I'm going to stress over. I'll just work on it, a little bit. I'll probably finish that winter one and then put this one back in that bag and just stitch on it throughout the summer and have it done for autumn. So, and then I think I have all the charts and I was just going to continue working on and start on the new series that she started this year with the houses, but I don't think I'm going to do them. Not anytime soon. Okay, next WIP. This is a WIP that I started in December 2017. Where is there it is. Where's the chart? It is called Shepherd's Sampler by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. I love this chart. I want to finish this. And it's in a bag, project bag, so it is going to be finished before anything in that basket gets started. So, and very little start. Very, very little start. This is stitched on coffee tea dyed something. That's where I'm at. I started it, I did a little start the day I started it. I've picked it up and worked here and there on it a little bit, but that's where I'm at. So not a whole lot, but I do have a lot of with the needle and thread charts kitted up, and so I'm going to try to get this one done this year. This is kind of going to be I was thinking it's going to be my Brenda Gervais year, but I have a lot of random stuff in here too. Okay, couple more starts. I started this. I'm not sure when I started it. I know it was in 2019. This is called the Wool and Flax Company by Plum Street. This is a companion piece to Milk and Cream Co. And I am changing some of the colors. I'm not a pink person, so I am changing some of the colors, which I haven't even started on the colors I'm changing, but that's where I'm at. And I have the Milk and Cream Co. hanging up on my wall in my kitchen, and I want to get this one finished so I can hang it up there with it. I already have a frame for it. But I'm changing, I don't know even, I actually don't even know what colors I'm changing them to. I think more reds and blues. So I think the barn maybe will be blue and her dress is going to be more red, or her dress is going to be red and blue. I can't remember. That's where I'm at. I want to finish this one. This one, I love stitching. I just put it away because there was something else I wanted to get started. I think there was a seasonal thing. And so I stopped working on this, but this is going to go into on my top tray, on my top of my three tiered cart is my active WIPs, and this is going to go back into my active WIPs. Okay, my last WIP. This was started in 2018. This was started January 2018, so I started this 2 years ago. My plan was to stitch one chart a month, have it done in the year. Didn't happen. I think I got seven done, 7 of the charts done, and then I quit. So then I picked it up in January of 2019, and I thought, okay, I'm going to get this done in 2019. It didn't happen. It will get done in 2020. This is probably my oldest WIP. Seriously. Okay. So what they are is I'm stitching the Country Cottage Needleworks Santa's Village. I am now on the Gingerbread Emporium, which I believe is number 10, I think. Let's see. This is a little different right there. So this is Gingerbread Emporium right here. So when I'm done with this one, I have 2 more to do, and then I'm done. I'm completely done with this project. So this is the whole thing. I think part of the reason I have not finished this is I don't like the fabric. I like the color of the fabric, and it's worked out really, really well for me. I mean, as far as I like how this all looks on the fabric. But it's an opalescent fabric that I dyed, and it's just really loose. And so I started stitching it in a hoop, and I found that I could not stitch this in a hoop. I had to stitch this in a Q-snap. And it is big, and so there's a lot of fabric because I think the Q-snap I'm using is 8x8. So there's a lot of extra fabric that I have to clip up and out of the way. But I can't wait to get this done. I cannot decide how I want to finish it. My daughter finished hers, and she did a quilted wall hanging out of hers. And I can't decide if I want to do that or if I want to frame it. And if I frame it, I'm hoping I can find a frame for it. So anyway, this will get done in 2020, no matter what. In fact, I should just pull it out and make it into one of my current WIPs and get it done, because I like it. I really like it. I think it's just the fabric has really been my hindrance on it, and because it's so loose. The fabric is just so loose on it. All right, now going into, 2 more things. I consider these WIPs, even though there's several charts in the series. I'm considering them a WIP because I'm going to keep working on, once I get one of the charts done, I'll keep working on the next one till I have them all done. I am loving these. And I want to get them all done so I can change them out every month on my display. And they are, sorry, I'm going to end up showing the chart in this way. Unclip it. These are the Prairie Schooler monthlies. I love these. They're fun to stitch. I have 6 of them, I believe, done. This will be starting the 7th one. And I'm going to continue stitching them until they are completely done. Until I have the whole series done. So, yeah. So, and I'm not in any hurry to get them done. When I get one done, when I get one finished, I just pull the threads and another chart and start it. And I'm not doing them in any particular order. I think the last one I finished was March, maybe. I can't remember. Anyway, so this one's February. So I've done January, July, September, November, and December. And so I'll start on February, and then I'll just pull another random one out. I'm stitching them all on the called for, I'm doing it on 14 count lamb's wool. It calls for lamb's wool, and I'm doing mine on 14 count. All right, next. This is also what I say is a current WIP, but it's continuous, is the Hometown Holidays charts. Where are the charts? Right here. I have 12 of them done. I'm starting at number 13. I am doing them in numerical order as they came out. So my next ones I'll start is the bookstore, Grandma's house, and the Needle Workshop. I am just stitching these on 14 count random fabric in my stash that I have tea and coffee dyed. I did have some finishes, which I'll show in my next video, my finishes, because I did finish the current one that I was working on. Okay, so let's get into what else I have in this cart. These are all going to be random. These are all kits that I have kitted up. You know what? I'm actually going to stop this video, and I am going to start another video. This one's already at 40 minutes. So I've showed you all of my, with the exception of one thing I do want to show you. So I showed you all of my WIPs, and so I'm going to do one more video, and it will be of all of my kitted up things that I plan to work into projects, into my project bags. Once I finish something, I will work one of these into my project bags. This is the one I'm going to ditch. I love the chart. The fabric is okay. I like it. I have been stitching on this for over 2 years. Don't feel like I have a whole lot. I do have a whole lot done, but not a whole lot compared to the full chart itself. I have stitched a lot on this. I've decided that I don't like this chart on this fabric. And I usually don't do this. I usually do not I usually finish everything I start. There are a few things I've passed a couple of things on to my daughter to finish. I have trashed a couple of things. There's a couple of things. I have a couple of things that were like this close to being done and didn't finish them because they didn't speak to me anymore, and I'm not going to stitch something I don't like. So, this is the chart. Liberty's Welcome. I love the chart. I want to stitch it. I will stitch it eventually. I just don't like it on this fabric, and I'm not enjoying it. So, I'm going to ditch it. That's what I've got done. There's actually a lot of stitching done there. A lot. But I can cut that out. I can frog this part. and then I can just cut that out and use this fabric for something else, because it's a big piece of fabric. So anyway, that's what I'm doing with this one. I haven't touched it in probably a year. It's one I pull out thinking, okay, I need to work on this. I pull out, I sit down, I start to stitch on it, put a few stitches in it, and I'm like, no, I do not want to do this. So not something I do very often, but I'm ditching that one. All right, so I think that's done for my WIPs. I will do another video. This one will be posted today. Hopefully the other one will be posted either probably tomorrow. And I'll show you everything I have kitted up that will be worked into once I finish a WIP. I will work these ones into those bags. And yeah, so all right, so you have a good day and Happy New Year, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.